For the last 3 years, the professional photography world has been holding its breath. We've watched Sony push the boundaries of resolution with the A7R series. We've watched Canon redefine speed with the R5 Mark II. And all the while the Nikon faithful, the landscape purists, the studio masters, the D850 veterans, have been asking one question. Where's the Z7 III? Today, in 2026, the silence hasn't just been broken, it has been shattered. The Nikon Z7 III is no longer a rumor. It is a reckoning. This isn't just another mirrorless camera. This is the device that finally merges Nikon's legendary color science with a monster 67-megapixel sensor and a secret weapon that no one saw coming. The DNA of red digital cinema. Nikon didn't just buy a cinema company to make movies. They did it to change the way we see light. Today, we are peeling back the layers of the most significant camera release of this decade. We are diving into the EXPEED processing engine, the predictive path mapping, autofocus that makes AI feel primitive, and the real reason why this camera is currently being called the medium format killer. If you've been considering switching to Sony or Canon, or if you've been clinging to your DSLR like a life raft, you need to listen to every word of this. The rules of professional imaging have been rewritten, and by the end of this 30-minute deep dive, you'll realize that the Nikon you knew is gone. Something much more powerful has taken its place. Why did Nikon wait so long? To understand the Z7 III, you have to understand the failure of the incremental upgrade. Nikon realized that in 2026, 45 megapixels is no longer enough for the high-end professional. But they also knew that simply adding pixels was a trap. If you increase resolution without increasing the brain power behind it, you just get big, noisy files. The Z7 III is the first camera to utilize the EXPEED dual processor architecture. This is a chip designed not just for speed, but for computational clarity. It uses a machine learning layer to analyze the raw data directly off the sensor, before it even hits your memory card. It's not faking detail. It's preserving it in a way that makes every other full-frame sensor look like it has a thin veil of silk over the lens. Let's talk about that sensor. The 67.5 megapixel BSI CMOS beast. For years, the Sony A7 III held the crown at 61 megapixels. Nikon didn't just want to beat them, they wanted to lap them. But here is the hook. The Z7 III features a dual-gain output sensor architecture similar to what you find in high-end Alexa or Red Cinema cameras. This means that even at 67 megapixels, the dynamic range isn't just preserved, it's expanded. We are talking about 15.5 stops of real-world dynamic range. 4 landscape photographers shooting a sunrise in the Grand Canyon. This is the difference between a blown-out sky and a masterpiece where you can see the texture of the clouds and the detail in the deepest shadows simultaneously. But the real shockwave in the USA market isn't the resolution, it's the RED integration. When Nikon acquired RED, everyone assumed it was for the Z9 or a dedicated cinema line. They were wrong. The Z7 III is the first stills-first camera to include the RED IPP2 color pipeline as an optional profile. For the first time, you can get those legendary Hollywood skin tones straight out of a mirrorless camera. If you are a commercial or portrait photographer,